Guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we just watched Chelsea win by 2 goals to 0 against Burnley. Not really one of their best works, but I think it was the work that they needed to do to get the job done. They didn't even have to be pretty. They just have to buy their time, allow Burnley to show the swag. Because if you understand, these two of the teams, some were international break for Chelsea, or the other ones were actually working, preparing for this game. So, of course, Burnley were always going to try to have the upper hand, especially in the beginning of the game with their fans in the ground or with the whole entire ground on their side. There was always going to be that. There was always going to have that shake a bit because they needed to get the chemistry back. Because remember, most of the Chelsea players were on international break. Something that people have to remember. They were on international break. So coming back, trying to set themselves ready, trying to get themselves ready for the game. It was never going to be easy. Moises Caicedo did not even play because, according to Enzo Maresca, the guy literally only have one light training session, not even the full training. So he was not even fit for the game. Maybe midweek he'll be there. That's the thing about the international break, but we have to accept it. That's the reality of life. Things happens like this, and it's going to be exciting and interesting to see how the game goes forward. Because, of course, I have a little few things that I'm going to be talking about. We also need to talk about the Dilap João Pedro connection that maybe Moresca is trying to work on, because I didn't see any. I literally watched this game the whole entire game. I did not see any of whatever that they're trying to do. Santos playing at the position of that, the holding midfielders, playing the Moises Caicedo role. I don't think you can ever say anything bad. He played it to perfection. Defensively, the team was letting us on fire, but at the last minute, the defending touches, it was really, really amazing from Chelsea. They really showed that they have something special that they're proving, and they just look so good. João Pedro, this guy, I mean, the other one, Pedro Nato, he just shows that he's really getting into this team, showing some leadership qualities that are really important to help this Chelsea team to have something. But we also have to talk about Burnley, because they were in this game. They really caused this Chelsea team problems. In fact, most of the times in the first half, Chelsea were only holding on, trying by all means to stay in the game. At some point, I felt like they were trying to be the reaction team, to hold on the player, trying to force Burnley to make the first action so that they can take advantages of the spaces. So, like, allowing the team to take the first action, then you react. So it felt like it was going to be a reaction team that is trying to cause chaos. But as the game continues, as we continued watching what was happening, it never showed that something was going to happen. If Burnley had somebody who was really good at taking advantage, or even they took their shots earlier than they did, this could have been a different game. But they did not do that. Hence why they got punished. So like the video, subscribe to Connect. Let's get into the video as we start to analyze everything that happened in the game. First of all, Gatings, really, really an interesting tactic that he showed today was he should not try to go one-on-one with Kyle Walker, because most of the time he was really, really struggling to keep up with him. So what did he started to do? He started taking advantages of the runs of Kokorea to make sure that when he received the ball, he's literally inside and tried to deliver. That's where the cross for the NATO goal came from. That's where everything came from, because it was very, very intelligent, knowing that I cannot go one-on-one with this guy. But if I take advantages of the spaces that these guys are leaving from the midfield to defense, while Kokorea holds on that width, pushing Kyle Walker backwards, it means there was a space in between. I can have good crosses to create chaos. I can do so well, and he did it so well to perfection, which led to the first goal of Chelsea. It was a good goal, but that was it. Because the problem that we noticed from Chelsea, there was no chemistry at all between the striker, the number 10, as well as the wingers. João Pedro seems like Delap feels like somebody who's still trying to come back from an injury. João Pedro really struggled playing that position, especially that they were no good. The passes were just not working. Maybe because Burnley were good at defending, but most of all, they just were not really reading each other's movements perfect. So there is really problem with chemistry, and that needs to be worked on. No passing, and everything was trying to be forced, trying to make the perfect pass, trying to make the thing that decides the game, which was a problem because it left them sometimes opened in the backwards, which Burnley, if they had good kickers, good goal scorers, if they could move the ball better, they could have taken advantages of the situation. They could have taken advantages of the spaces, but they were not good at those positions. They were not really good at taking advantages of the spaces. Hence why the game did not really go according to plan, or the plan that we expected to see in the game. So those are the things that they need to work on, especially if they want Dilap and João Pedro to keep playing together. They need to work on that thing. Andrey Santos, he had a masterclass performance playing at the position. I don't know if he has ever played as a DM, but playing at that position, holding on the ball, making sure that he was there, winning the most important ball positions, and helping in going forward. It worked so well for Chelsea. It worked wonders because it allowed them to have maybe the best thing that they could have, which is the ball at some point, or maybe to be very, very clean in terms of defensively, because it stopped Burnley from taking advantage of the opportunities, which they could have. But he was so robust in covering the spaces, trying by means to stop them from doing anything. And going forward, the good passes were being done. It's just that the front line was messing up most of the times, but the good passes he was releasing to allow this team to play, and that really worked so well for them. And I just have to say, fans of Chelsea, of course, they were asking for Esteval. He was not put in the game. I don't know why didn't he come in. Maybe the manager's looking at the games that are coming out. Remember, midweek it's Barcelona. Maybe he's really trying by means to be tactful and really alert over the games that are coming on and how much they could create so much chaos for the team. And he wants to be ready for all the games that are going to be played. So it's going to be interesting to see how we set that one up and how the game actually go. But I'm really excited to see how that happens. Gil, we have to talk about something. Like I was complaining, what's his name, Dilap just did not show any signs of understanding what he was doing. Sometimes they were not a bit, they were too much selfish when they had opportunities to pass and give somebody who's free to take advantage of the spaces and score goals. They were really selfish. Gil comes in, making sure that he is not just trying to be the forward as the number 9, but the holding player who understands how to release the ball to the other player. Hence why he was able to pull out an amazing pass to give to Enzo Fernandez to score his final goal to win the game. If that did not happen, this could have been a Navy game until the end, but that goal literally stabilizes everything. Even though it was the last minute goal, those things are some of the things that maybe the lab could learn something from this guy, to not try to be selfish in the moments which you can see another player with spaces and take advantage of the spaces. Because if that did not happen, this could have been a different game, but that needs to be worked on really, really well. And also, Enzo Fernandez, even though he struggled in the game, at some point I heard that he was nursing an injury, which makes sense. But one thing I was really excited about is his late runs to the box. They were really confusing this Burnley team, because they would have come in and it was allowing them to take advantage of the spaces, try to punish this team when they go forward. And it worked to perfection. Those are some of the things that they can improve upon and get ready for what they will be doing during the midweek as they'll be playing Barcelona in the Champions League. So what a good game for Chelsea. 2 goals, and they are now second in the Premier League. It looks like they have an entire space, an entire time to set up and prepare for what's ahead. And if they do that, if they really work on on what they're working on, if they really make sure that they take advantages of the spaces that they're creating, if they really work on the chemistry, which they're still trying to work on with the new players, or with, should I say new players, but with almost everyone, because it feels like a lot of things are missing. But of course, mainly with the new players, this team could be really dangerous. Look at how many games they've played. In their last 6 games, they've only lost 1 game to Sunderland. They've won the rest of them. So it means it's 5 out of 6. That is, if maybe people are not really recognizing it, that is a team that shows that they have something to prove. They're showing some exciting plays, exciting touches, and they're good to watch, and they're good really to take advantage of and enjoy the game. They're doing it all, and they deserve to be given the credit for that. Even though sometimes it feels like the game is being rushed, even though sometimes it feels like the team that they're playing against look like has an advantage of, but at the end of the day, there's nothing that is happening to win the game, which is allowing Chelsea to take advantage of the space. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of Chelsea's performance, and what are you expecting to see going forward? Let me know that for Chelsea fans. Like the video, subscribe to the content. I'll see you on another one. Out. Peace. Another reaction coming soon after the Liverpool game.